Good afternoon, children. So we are discussing the fourth chapter, that is metals and non-metals. Up to now we discuss the physical properties of metals. Now we are discussing the chemical properties of metals. In that also, first one we discuss what is that? Metals react with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen. Second one, what we discuss? Metals react with water. Today we are going to discuss when any metal placed outside, what we are experiencing. When any metal placed outside a few days, we will observe that the metal will rust. Metal will rust. So today we are going to discuss the topic is rusting of metals. Regarding this, what is the process of rusting? What is the process of rusting? Rusting means what? More and more you will learn in the 10th class. Here just we will learn the metals will rust. So what do you mean by rusting? Rusting is simply nothing but the process of covering a metal with a metallic oxide. Means a metal, suppose this is a metal. This metal was covered by a metallic oxide. This metal was covered by a metallic oxide. What this metallic oxide will do? It is a very slow process. In this slow process, it will eat the metal and it will damage the metal. It eats slowly the metal and the metal will damage. For this only we are calling, this process only we are calling rusting. This process only we are calling rusting. If you go to higher classes, there you will learn rusting is an electrochemical process. How the rusting will take place, everything you will learn. But here we are discussing the definition. So what is the rusting? It is a slow process of covering the metal with a metallic oxide and starts eating the metal slowly. This process is called as rusting. So, to occur the rusting, children, still you are feeling what is meant by rusting now? In Telugu we will call it as chuppu pattadam. Do you know that? Okay. So, for the rusting, two things are necessary. One is the metal has to contact with air. Metal has to contact with air. Second necessary condition is metal has to expose with moisture. Exposed with moisture. Is it clear, children? When the metal is exposed with air and moisture. When the metal is exposed with air and moisture, then because of air and moisture, in the air also oxygen. In the air also mainly oxygen. Okay, now, when the metal is exposed with air and moisture, at that time it undergoes a chemical reaction. That chemical reaction is a very slow reaction. Slowly it starts eating the metal. This process only we are calling as rusting. Is it clear? So if you observe some metals, after rusting, how they will convert means if you observe the magnesium. So observe the magnesium ribbon. After rusting, it appears so dull. It appears so dull. If you observe the silver objects, if you observe the silver object, that is spoon, utensils or watermelon. If you observe the silver objects, these silver objects after rusting they will completely convert into black. They completely convert into black color. Sometimes they will convert into ash color also. Is it clear, children? Next, if we take one more example, iron. After rusting, they will convert into reddish brown. Reddish brown. Okay, now, next, if you observe the copper utensils, after rusting, they will convert into a green layer. A green layer will form on the copper vessels. The green layer is the rusting. Like this, the metals will undergo the rust. Metals will undergo the rust. For the rust, what are the two necessary important things? One is oxygen contact as well as moisture. Both are necessary. How to prevent this rusting? How to prevent this rusting? Prevention. Very important question, children. So how they will give the question means, what are does the metals will undergo rust or not? Explain with an example. What are the prevention methods? What are the prevention methods? The prevention methods for rusting is 1. Painting. One is painting. Sir, when you paint, why the metal will not rust, sir? For example, this is the metal rod. On this metal rod, you painted. When you painted the metal rod, what will happen? The moisture around the metal rod cannot directly contact with the metal. That means whatever may be the oxygen and whatever may be the water vapor available in the atmosphere cannot directly contact with the metal. That's why metal will not rust when you paint. That's why to prevent the rusting, one of the method is what? Painting. Second one is what? Oiling. Second one is oiling. Third one is galvanizing. Galvanizing. Third one is what? Galvanizing. Fourth one I am writing alloying. Fourth one is alloying. Sir, painting, oiling, okay sir. But these two words we are feeling little bit new words, sir. We will try to learn what is this galvanizing means and alloying means. What is the third one I said? Galvanizing. What is meant by galvanizing? Any metal, that metal is coated with zinc. That metal is coated with what? Zinc. That means if you take any another metal, on the metal a very thin zinc layer, if you coat, how you will coat, sir? By using a electroplating. By using a electroplating method. So what is this electroplating? That in the next upcoming 9th or 10th chapter you will learn what is electroplating. They will explain very detailedly how we can coat zinc on the metal. Is it clear, children? Just I am saying what is meant by galvanizing. Galvanizing means what? The process of covering the metal with a zinc layer to prevent the rust. That process is called as galvanizing. That process is called as galvanizing. Fourth one I am saying. Fourth prevention, alloying. Fourth prevention, alloying. What is mean by alloying? Alloying is nothing but the process of mixing. The process of mixing two or more different type of metals or are metal and non-metal and making a new substance is called as alloying. Once again I am explaining. Observe. Alloying. What is this alloying means? The process of mixing two or are more types of metals or are metal and non-metals and forms a new type of material or new type of substance. This process is called as alloying. Sir, can you give an example, sir? I want to give an example also for you children. So we all know steel. We all know steel. Steel plates, steel utensils, everything. We all know steel. The steel is not a metal. Steel is not a metal. Steel is not a non-metal also. Then what is steel, sir? Steel is a combination of metal and non-metal. Steel is a combination of metal and non-metal. So to get a steel, we are combining metal, that is iron, and we are combining the non-metal, that is carbon. When these two, metal and non-metal, when we combine both, we are getting a new product, new type of substance or new type of material. That material is what? Steel. It is not a metal, it is not a non-metal. It is a combination of both. That's why it is called as alloy. Steel is a what? Alloy. Nowadays they are using one more word. Stainless steel. Stainless steel. Our utensils are made up of stainless steel. The stainless steel also same. Iron, carbon, along with this two more metals. One is nickel. One is nickel and another one is chromium. Another one is chromium. So when these four will combine and get a new product, that new product we are calling as what? Alloy. Now understood? What is meant by alloy? The process of mixing two or more types of metals or are metal and non-metal and form a new type of material. This process is called as alloying and that materials are called as alloy. The materials are called as alloy. Is it clear, children? Now up to now what we discussed? The metals will undergo rust. When they contact with oxygen and water vapor, they will rust. They will rust. Example what I said? Silver will rust and convert into a black one. Copper when rusting, they will completely covered with a green color. Like this examples I written on the board. Next what I explained, how to prevent the rusting. How to prevent rusting. For that how many methods I said? First one I said painting. Second one I said oiling. Third one I said galvanizing. Fourth one I said alloying. Is it clear, children? Yes. Okay, children. So up to now we discussed the metals which are rust. Now some metals are there, they will not rust also. Example is what? Your gold ornaments. Gold will not rust, children. And platinum ornaments. So gold and platinum metals will not rust. Why it will not rust regarding detailedly, next class we will discuss. Okay. Now we are going to the next topic. Okay. So up to now what we discuss? First one we discuss what will happen when the metals and non-metals react with the oxygen. Next, how the metals will react with the water. Non-metals will not react with water. So when the metals react with water, how they will react? By taking so many examples, previous class I explained. So third one what we are discussing means what will happen when the metals react with the acid. Metals react with the acid. Metals react with acid. In your 7th class, you already learned what is meant by acid and what is meant by base. What is meant by acid and what is meant by base. Do you remember some acids names? I am writing some acids names on the board. They are very important. Compulsory you have to learn the name and formula also. One I am writing on the board. First one. Hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Formula HCl. The PPTs are in the slides. Once again, I will give this all notes. But while listening, also note down. Hydrochloric acid. Next one. Sulfuric acid. Yesterday we discussed. Formula is what? H2SO4. H2SO4. Suppose H2SO3 is there. One oxygen is less. When SO4 is there, it is called as sulfate. SO3 is there. It is sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. SO4 is there. We will call it as sulfuric. Ric, R-I-C, Ric. SO3 is there. Sulfurous, R-O-U-S. Don't get confused, children. Okay. Next, nitric acid. Nitric acid. Formula HNO3. HNO3. Suppose here also sometimes HNO2. Okay. O3 is there means Ric. Same like this. O2 is there means what? Nitrous. ROUS. Nitrous acid. Children, your 8th class level, minimum you have to remember some important acids names as well as formula. Now our topic is what? When these acids react with the metals. React with the metals, what will happen? We already know some metals. Yesterday I written potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, iron, zinc, etc. etc. Some metals yesterday we learned. Now what is our topic? When these metals react with these acids, what will happen? Is it clear, children? When these metals react with these acids, what will happen? Now we will discuss one by one. When any metal, let us take A conical flask. Let us take one conical flask. Take some amount of zinc granules. Zinc granules means what? Zinc is a what? Metal. Take some zinc granules, zinc pieces, and close the conical flask with the rubber cork. How many holes? This rubber cork has to be 2 holes. Close the conical flask. Conical flask with a 2-hole rubber cork. Through one hole, place a delivery tube. Place a delivery tube. Okay, like this the delivery tube will be. Yeah, and whatever may be the things will be delivered from this through this tube. Collect in a one beaker. Collect in a one beaker. Next, this is a tessel funnel. This is what? Tessel funnel. Tessel funnel. Now add acid HCl, dilute HCl, not a concentrated one, dilute HCl. When we add this acid through the thistle funnel, then the acid come to contact with zinc granules. When these zinc granules and acid start react, what you will observe means, you will observe that some bubbles will be evolved. You will observe some bubbles will evolve, and after reaching the surface of a solution, the bubbles will blast. That means bubbles means what? A gas. That gas will come through this delivery tube. The bubbles will blast and a colorless gas will come through this delivery tube. When any gas is coming out through the delivery tube, this gas may be an oxygen gas, may be a hydrogen gas, may be a carbon dioxide gas. According to our 8th class level, you know these 3 gases only more and more. So now, in the history, what is this gas? What is this gas? To test, oxygen means we know the testing. If you bring a burning splinter near the oxygen gas, burning splinter means what? Manduchuna Agipula. If you bring a burning splinter near the oxygen gas, the burning splinter will burn more brightly. We know oxygen is a good supporter of burning. If you bring a burning splinter near the hydrogen gas, it will put off by giving a pop sound. By giving a pop sound. By giving a pop sound. So whenever if you bring a burning splinter near hydrogen gas, the burning splinter will be put off by giving a pop sound. And whenever if you bring a burning splinter near carbon dioxide, only put off will take place. It will not give any pop sound. It will not give any pop sound. Now, to whatever maybe the gas is releasing through this delivery tube, we will check. By using what? By bringing a burning splinter near this gas. If you check, what you will experience means, what you will observe means, it will put off by giving a pop sound. By giving a pop sound. That means what gas is evolving here? Hydrogen gas. What gas is evolving here? Hydrogen gas. So what I am saying, when the metals react with the acids, it releasing hydrogen gas. The total experiment I will write as an equation here. So metal zinc, it is solids, react with HCl, it is an aqueous solution. What you are getting? Zinc combined with HCl, hydrogen gas is releasing. hydrogen gas is releasing, and zinc chloride is formed. Is it clear, children? So what is the statement I am giving? When the metal reacts with acids, it releases hydrogen gas. When the metals react with acids, it releases hydrogen gas. Is it clear, children? Remember this conclusion. Any metal react with so many acids are written. Any acid, it releases hydrogen gas. Remaining chemical properties, next class we will discuss. Thank you.